There are 5 situations where an individual may qualify for an exemption from being a beneficial owner whose information must be disclosed in a FinCEN BOI report. These exceptions are minor child, nominee or agent, employee, inheritor, and creditor. Let's dive deeper into each of these exceptions. The minor child exception. An individual qualifies for this exception if the individual is a minor child, as defined under the law of the state or Indian tribe in which the domestic reporting company is created, or the foreign reporting company is first registered. The reporting company may instead report information about the parent or legal guardian of the minor child. Note, this exception only applies if a parent or legal guardian's information is reported in lieu of the minor child's information. Also, when the minor child reaches the age of majority as defined by the law of the state or Indian tribe in which the reporting company was created or first registered, the exception no longer applies. At that time, if the individual is a beneficial owner, the reporting company must file an updated BOI report providing the individual's own information. The nominee, intermediary, custodian, or agent exception. An individual qualifies for this exception if the individual merely acts on behalf of an actual beneficial owner as the beneficial owner's nominee, intermediary, custodian, organ agent. In scenarios where this exception applies, the actual beneficial owner must still be reported. Note, individuals who perform ordinary advisory or other contractual services, such as tax professionals, likely qualify for this exception. The employee exception. An individual qualifies for this exception if all 3 of the following criteria apply. 1. The individual is an employee of the reporting company when applying the meaning of employee provided in 26 CFR 4980 H1 A 15. In general, the term employee means that an individual is subject to the will and control of the employer in what and how to do work, and that the employer may discharge the individual from work. 2. The individual's substantial control over, or economic benefits from, the reporting company are derived solely from the employment status of the individual as an employee. 3. The individual is not a senior officer of the reporting company. The term senior officer means any individual holding the position or exercising the authority of a president, chief financial officer, general counsel, chief executive officer, or chief operating officer, or any other officer, regardless of official title, who performs a similar function. The inheritor exception. The individual's only interest in the reporting company is a future interest through a right of inheritance, such as through a will providing a future interest in a company. Note, once the individual inherits the interest, this exception no longer applies, and the individual may qualify as a beneficial owner. The creditor exception. An individual qualifies for this exception if the individual is a creditor of the reporting company. The term creditor means an individual who would meet the definition of a beneficial owner of the reporting company solely through rights or interests for the payment of a predetermined sum of money, such as a debt incurred by the reporting company or a loan covenant or other similar right associated with such right to receive payment that is intended to secure the right to receive payment or enhance the likelihood of repayment. For example, an individual qualifies for the creditor exception if the individual is entitled to payment from the reporting company to satisfy a loan or debt, so long as this entitlement is the only ownership interest the individual has in the reporting company. Remember, these exceptions are not permanent and may cease to apply under certain conditions.